Alright, so this is Luis Gallegos doing the drug questions for Gutierrez's class. And here to help me is my brother, Gerardo Gallegos. Alright, say hi, Gerardo.
Hello.
Alright, so do you know what an opioid is?
No.
Alright, so just to give you a rundown of what an opioid is, it's basically a substance that acts on opioid receptors to produce morphine-like effects, and is used medically to relieve pain, but has been used as almost a gateway drug. Um, let's see. How easy do you think it is to get opioids?
Very easy.
Alright, what do you think is the easiest way?
Most likely by getting it from your doctor, and you would be going back even though you might not need the pain, but or you can try to make your own pain, then get drugs.
Alright, so you said you might try to create pain, self-inflicted. I don't think that would probably be the case. I mean, I would understand probably some people would uh, try to write a note saying, oh, I have this problem, or, they just go in and say, hey, I have a headache. Do you have more of those pills? That's how I would imagine. Uh, but I can see what you mean by, oh yeah, they when they don't need it, they still want it, so they go and get it before it seems all too suspicious. Okay, so good. Um, let's see. If your wife was having surgery or giving birth, and she would feel less pain by taking uh, almost this pain relieving medicine of some sorts or opioid, would you let her use it?
I would not let her use it personally because I think that that can have a negative effect on the human body sometimes because that can lead up to other drug addiction and the my wife or somebody can just get an easy addiction off that and go on to other drugs.
Okay. There has been enough painkillers prescribed in just 2010 alone to give every American enough pain relievers for 1 month around. How do you feel knowing there was that much drugs being prescribed legally?
That there is a lot of drugs being taken these days because the doctors and other people are prescribing them to the people of the world, and that will
But
actually.
it's not to the people of the world. We're talking about just here in America. I mean, it's like, I mean, I mean, just just know that you could probably, if you went out there, you probably have enough drugs to like cover the entire city. So how would you feel?
I would feel unsafe because there's that would also mean that there is a lot of people that are taking these kinds of drugs as well, and that most likely that a few of those people are gonna might be able to turn to drugs like illegal drugs, and they might start doing that because of the prescribed drug that they were doing.
Okay. So at what point do you consider a drug to hit rock bottom?
Most likely when they are planning on doing really risky things just to get drugs, like leaving their family, taking loans from other people, trying to sell their really um, their really nice things so then they can get money for the drugs.
Okay. Yeah, that would make sense. I could see why you would say that. Definitely abandoning everything you need just because you want, another hit. All right, this drug epidemic has gone gets the attention of the federal government really when hits the middle and higher class, and not when it hits the slums, lower class. Is that fair?
No, because they are treating the middle and higher class like they are more important people, and they really care about the lower class people just because they are unable to do a lot of things. Like they are just like that. They just want to know more about the middle and higher class because they think they are more important than the people in the lower part.
I feel like it's a lot of it's money involved. I guess is what you're
Yeah,
trying to say. All right,
because
all right, all right. Sorry, we just need to cut to the next question. When did you hear that? What do you think of when you hear drugs?
I think about people and I think about those people that are usually going around asking for money and then they might buy drugs later on and that they might be just doing it for the wrong reason and that they might be just trying to buy like painkillers and stuff like that inside the stores just so then they can easily just get into drugs and use the drugs deal.
Okay. Uh, where do you think start their addictions?
Usually from seeing other people do the drugs.
All right. So like, where would you probably see people doing drugs?
Sometimes in alleys.
Okay. Alleys. I was thinking parties and stuff like that, but okay. Alleys is an interesting answer. Okay, so say a family member of yours were to be taking some type of opioid to deal with a pain from, say, an injury in like a sport or something like that. And you know the effects of having taking too much of that painkiller. What would you do?
I would talk to them and say if they think this is the right thing to do and that they know they won't try to go on from this, it would be up to them and that they would have to go with the decision that they think.
Okay. All right. So now that you have this information, how would you, if you had the power, how would you try to resolve the opiate epidemic?
I would try to find another way to relieve pain without trying to make sure that the people will not get addicted and try to go on to drugs.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, and that concludes the interview.